Okay, so let me go to this presentation. I'm going to share it with you guys. Again, I am just going back over lesson one for those people. Okay. This is just for those people who has not been in class. All right. So here we go with lesson one. Again, I told you guys the training that I went to was We Build It Better. Kit one is about invent versus innovate. This is just the table of contents. With lesson one, we talked about the safety and expectations in the workplace. We talked about what are some examples of safety features in the classroom, and you guys were responsible for typing this in on your digital notebook. So on your digital notebook, some of the examples included fire drill, lockdown, um, what were some other things? Fire drill, lockdown, how we go outside for a fire drill. So I'm just giving you guys a couple. Notice it says write your answers on page one in your digital notebook. The toolbox, these are basically like your objectives, your key terms, your safety reminders. So at every class, we will have a toolbox meeting. And again, every time we have a toolbox meeting, these things will be discussed. The objectives, the key terms, and safety reminders, housekeeping, and classroom setup, group guidelines. So in our toolbox meeting on the other day, we talked about the objectives, identify and practice proper safety procedures using PPE, using technical vocabulary related to the workplace safety, value safety processes and procedures. Our key terms was personal protective equipment. That is what PPE stands for. Again, PPE stands for personal protective equipment. So, what are some examples of safety procedures or staff in your classroom and throughout the school day? Again, we talked about these. I didn't list all the ones that you guys may have possibly put on your paper, but again, we talked about the fire drill, we talked about lockdown, and we talked about wearing masks, social distancing as it relates to the COVID restrictions. So these were the general safety guidelines that some of you guys may have missed on your digital notebook. You guys were supposed to type that in. Anytime you see this symbol here, that means you should be typing it in on your student notebook. So some general safety guidelines. Number one, always have adult supervision. Oh wow. Number two, no running or horse playing. Number three, no food or drink. Number four, always wear appropriate PPE. So here's the key term: personal protective equipment. So we talked about reasons why this young lady is possibly wearing her mask. Some of those examples include, because of COVID restrictions, chemicals. And again, I am just literally going through this quickly because again, we've already went over this information. So COVID, fumes, dust particles, those are reasons why she may possibly be wearing that mask. Why is her hair pulled back? Her hair could be pulled back because we don't want your hair to get caught in any type of machinery. Therefore, when we do certain activities, we need to get in the habit of pulling our hair back. Why is she wearing gloves? Chemical irritation, biohazardness. Again, don't want your hands getting dirty. Why is she wearing the safety goggles? To protect her from foreign objects. to protect her eyes, to protect dust from getting in her eyes. Why is she wearing earplugs? To protect her ears from the noise or sound. Why is she wearing a vest? Again, to protect her regular clothing for possibly getting damaged due to what she does at her job. So, personal protective equipment. What is an appropriate use of PPE for centers of innovation and innovation? Some possible answers for us could possibly include gloves to protect our hands, masks to protect us from COVID, and glasses and goggles to protect us to protect our eyes. Okay, these are some other guidelines that you guys should be the other guidelines. Secure loose hair, clothing, jewelry. We talked about that. Identify the location for all safety equipment. Identify the location of all first aid equipment. Now, some of the things that's possibly in a first aid kit would include band-aids, gauze, tapes, Q-tips, scissors, cleansing wipes, possibly an arm sling, tweezers. Okay, so these are some things that are inside it. What do I do when I use the first? When do I use the first aid kit? And where is the first aid kit located? As I stated in my classroom, I have bandages, but I do not have a first aid kit. If something needs a first aid kit or is more than just a band-aid, you guys will go and seek medical attention with the nurse. Okay, so in case of emergency, you also always need to notify me for cuts, straight scrapes, and minor things. You'll get a band-aid. But again, if it's something more, if it's major, you will go to the office. Now, this is an accident report. You guys filled out this accident report. For those people who were not in class, they filled out an accident report based upon a scenario. Um, if I'm not mistaken, the next page is the scenario. Okay, a missing report is basically something that almost occurred. Okay, and so if it almost occurred, basically, we need to do something to prevent it from happening. For example, we talked about cords and stuff being in the middle of the walkway. That is an almost happened, or a near miss report. And so, in order to prevent that from possibly happening, what we need to do is move those cords out the way. Okay, so here's the hammer it out. When you guys, especially those people who were not in class, when you guys complete the accident report, you're going to need to read this information. This is the information this is the information needed in order to answer the questions on the accident report. So the accident report include things such as who was the person that was injured, what time, where did it happen. So you guys are going to use this to answer the questions about the accident report. Here are the other general safety guidelines. Report any damage, clean the work area, and return all tools. Now, that brings us to today's lesson, okay? And so as I stated, I am going to let you guys go back and I am going to let you guys go back and redo the quiz. But before we do that, I am also going to go to today's class, and I need to unpublish some stuff. And what I am about to unpublish, I am about to unpublish Fridays or lesson 2. So you guys go ahead and click on lesson 2. Go ahead and click on lesson 2 and do not put your names on it. I went back and I read they do not want your names to be put on your lesson 2. So go ahead and open up Kit 1 lesson 2. Again, go ahead and open lesson 2, Kit 1 lesson 2. And then we're going to get started with it. Okay, so your bell ringer for today. Hold on, let me see. Let me go to it. I guess you guys are telling me it's nothing there. How did I do that? All right, let me edit it. I apologize, you guys. Let me edit it. Nope, I didn't attach it. Okay. All right, you guys. See if it works for you guys now. I apologize. For those individuals that are not paying attention, I will not be going back over this. I went back over this for you guys, just as a courtesy to make sure everybody was good. Again, do not put your name on it. Okay, so let's get started. So this is scrolling through this part. All right, here we go. Here is your bell ringer, which I'm going to go to my slide area. We working, baby. All right, so you guys should be typing on your sheet what's wrong with this picture on your bell ringer. So again, this is the picture, and this is what you should be typing in on yours. Where it says, what is wrong with this picture? You guys should be typing on your copy. I'll give you guys about 2 minutes to type in what is wrong. What is wrong with this picture that is in the front of you guys? What is wrong with it? Darian, Logan, are y'all typing what's wrong with this picture? What is wrong with this picture?
I'm seeing something different, Miss Stanley.
So if you go to Friday's folder and click on, so let me go back to Friday. If you go to Friday and click on Kit 1 Lesson 2, because that's where we are today, and click on copy of Kit 1 Student Digital Notebook 2, and scroll down. Don't put your name on it or any of that stuff like that. Well, I guess you could put my name. You could put Miss Stanley, and you can put your grade, but don't put your name. And scroll down. You will see this picture here that says what's wrong with this picture.
I don't have the link under mine.
Share your screen. It's up, Sean. I'm waiting on you, dear. Okay, go back for me, please. Refresh your screen. Go to my document. Scroll down for me. There it is. And scroll down till you find the picture of that that nail. Well, it's not a nail, it's like a bolt. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to presenting and give you guys, for those people who are not with me, 1 more minute to possibly type in your answers before we move on. Again, you're typing, what is wrong with this picture? Okay, hopefully you guys have had an opportunity to do this. So we're going to go to our next slide, which is going to be the toolbox meeting. So these are, we're going to talk about today's objectives, which today's objective is to use technical vocabulary related to the workplace safety, value the importance of having safety processes and procedures, key term, foreign object debris, also known as FOD. FOD. Again, FOD stands for foreign object debris. So what do you guys think is what's wrong with this picture? What is wrong with this picture, Carlia? She said the bolt is not in its correct spot and it's a safety hazard. Okay, so if it's a safety hazard, what does that mean what do you guys see in the background? What do you see in the background?
An airplane?
Okay, an airplane. They're possibly at an airport. Now, how could this possibly be harmful to an airplane in class, Kaden? Okay. Okay, he said maybe one of the bolts came out the airplane and it could possibly come loose where it's in the air. Absolutely. Let's see. What else? It shouldn't be there. The boat shouldn't be there. Okay. And so one of the things that I learned just through this training, I was like, oh, it's just a boat, but it could get caught up in the machine because with the wind and if it gets caught, goes back into that airplane, that could definitely be devastating as it relates to that plane flying off or whatever. Okay, so again, if you did not type anything down, some of the things you need to make sure that you've typed something down on your paper. And so I'm just going to go back like I've been doing, which I know this is taking up some time, but some of the things that you could write that's wrong with it. What's wrong? The boat is on the ground and it could cause the plane to possibly Fresh. He doesn't belong there. Logan. Logan. All right. We're moving on. So we talked about this. Now, here's your key term. Foreign object debris. Okay, this is any loose item, trash, or other material that is not in its proper place is considered to be FOD. Again, FOD is a foreign object debris. So you have places that say you are entering a FOD control area. Practice clean as you go. Monitor all your personal items. Keep and account for all your tools, hardware, equipment, and dispose of trash properly. Remember, we are all a part of the FOD prevention. Okay, so next we're on the sector inventory and tool control. Now, before we go there, what are some items that can be considered FOD in our workplace? What are some things in this classroom that can be considered to be FOD? Huh? A bottle cap? Yep. What else? Huh? The wire? Sit up. What else? What else can be considered to be? Hey, you not be about it. You're not gonna be in this class English long. I can't say. Nuh-uh. What else? What else can be considered to be FOD? Rapper. But what's the obvious? Like a book bag. That's in my way. That's considered to be FOD. It can cause us to trip. Let me see what else. Let's see. So pencils, paper, like it's pencil on the floor. Again, all those things could be considered to be FOD. Let me make sure you guys don't have a place on that in your so here we go. What are some examples of FOD? So right here we should be typing in what are some possible examples of FOD. What are some possible examples of FOD? We should be writing it down, but I will type it in there for you. All right, so we said book bags, well, bolts. Now, but it said inspect the classroom and identify. So we said book bags, paper, pencils. Let's see what else they have on here. Okay, so for the examples of FOD, I want to go back to this handout and I want you guys to type in loose items, trash, or other material that is not in its proper place. Now, what are some things that we could do online, students, to reduce fraud in our workplace? What are some things that we could possibly do in our workplace, aka the classroom? What are some things that we could do?
Put pencils in your pencil box.
Okay, put pencils in pencil box, put pencils. I didn't mean to make that bold. Put pencils put pencils in pencil pouch. Layla, what you got?
Be more organized.
Okay, be more organized. What else? Any in-class students got anything that we could possibly put? Miss Donald? Okay, throw all trash in garbage can. Okay. Anything else y'all might want to add? Anything else? You typing this in? Okay. All right. So we'll just. What is it?
If your teacher lets you keep water bottles, keep the top closed.
Okay, and keep personal items stored in the proper place. Okay. Okay, so let's see what this next. All right, one more thing, and I think that's gonna be all we might be able to do today. So, going back to this presentation. Okay, so Miss Stanley has got to bring the stuff in, but inventory and tool control. When I bring the tools in class, we're going to have to take inventory. Inventory meaning we're going to have to keep up with the number of the various tools that we have in each of our kits. Okay. Again, there's a certain amount. The certain amount of items that we have in our kits is called inventory. When we take a full inventory of the cards, you guys, students, are responsible for accounting for each item in the cart, which means when we do hands-on activities and you guys have the tools, you guys will not be able, we're not leaving the class until we make sure all the tools have been put back up and in their proper place. It says from the smallest fasteners, which is a type of screw, to the exact location of drill, and for knowing how much of each item it is. So basically, these carts and contents are more than $20,000. So it's going to be important that we keep up with the equipment and that it stays in the classroom in the mandatory place. Now let's see. Explain Twitter. Okay, so we don't have the toolbox with us, all right? We don't have the toolbox with us. So again, I'll bring some of that stuff to class on Monday. And I'll talk back more about it. All right, so these so how is inventory taken? Basically, you guys will be counting the various tools. And so these are some of the tools that you guys may see on Monday when I bring them in. Again, it is important to maintain inventory of all tools and equipment because we don't want to have to go back out and buy this stuff. Okay, this is and we need it for when that time comes. Okay, now let's go on. Okay, so I am going, this person name is Blake. Johnson, and I'm going to play this. After I play this, then I'm going to allow you guys to go back and take your safety quiz. All right, so let me make sure that you guys are able to hear it. And then that's going to be it for today. All right, I take that back. All right, so basically there are many jobs or careers dedicated to reducing hazard and increasing safety in the workplace. So this is about an individual, and I'll read through this. His name is Blake Johnson, and he works at Airbus Safety at Airbus in Mobile. And so his job, it says, for environmental health and safety specialist Blake Johnson, the issue of safety at Airbus manufacturing facility Mobile is a personal one. He is a marine biologist by education. Blake and his fellow team members are responsible for environmental compliance and occupational health and safety in and around the final assembly line. And that Blake explains and why his job has a personal dimension. When I say personal, I know the names of all the men and women who are working hard to make this facility a success. I know if they're married. I know if they have children. In my view, in order to have an effective safety culture, those personal relationships are imperative, Blake said. But helping protect the safety of co-workers, as meaningful as it isn't only the source of gratification Blake gets from his Airbus job. There's also the satisfaction of helping protect the environment as well. Inspired to pursue his career path in part by fishing trips with his father, Blake knew at the early age of 5, that he wanted to be a marine biologist and play some role in supporting the kind of marine ecosystems that he and his father enjoyed so much. Oh, I might be reading this by y'all. So let me see what else is next. Oh yeah, let's see. Oh yeah. All right. So yes, y'all are going to read this by y'all. So all right. So I think I want y'all to take your quiz. So listen up. You guys are gonna take your quiz. After you finish your quiz, you guys are gonna read about flying into your future. You guys are going to read about it, and you guys are going to answer these questions. Okay? Yeah, got that? Okay. What was this? Okay, that's that. So, don't submit the only thing that you guys are going to submit to me today. Don't submit Kit 1, Lesson 1, because actually it's not actually Lesson 2, it's actually Lesson 1. So, or Lesson 1 and 2 combined. The only thing that you guys are going to submit to me today is this safety quiz, which I am about to publish. So, please take the safety quiz again. Hopefully it works. I am going to start recording. Once you guys finish, go back and read about Blake Johnson. And you're going to do that for the remainder of this class period.